Yo, welcome back. It's your boy Mike, back with another one, man. This time here in week 16 as we get ready to head to Soldier Field to take on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. And of course, as you see, man, a familiar face. That's Buda Baker facing his old team. I know I touched on this a little bit in the last video, man, but it definitely hits a little bit different when you face your old team in the same season that you were traded, especially when, not only were you the best player on the team, but, just had a lot of history there. He's been there since, let me see, what year was he drafted? 2017, second round pick. But now in a new location, man, Jalen Johnson, a little homecoming with his former team in the Bears. And it should be a fun one, man. As you see, after the win last week against the Niners, we are now just one win away from clinching the NFC West. Now, as it stands, your Arizona Cardinals are the number one seed. Dallas has struggled down the stretch, and of course, we gave them a loss early in the season. It was their only loss for a while, but they've now dropped 3 of their last 4 and sit in that number 2 spot, while Washington has also stumbled a little bit, remaining in that 5 spot. The Vikings taking over that 7 spot in the NFC. On the AFC side, again, those teams are pretty much locked in. Just based on the rest of the competition over there, there's maybe one team that could potentially try to sneak their way in the Pittsburgh Steelers, who sit just a game behind the Ravens, but, or 2 games rather. But, man, we wanted to go ahead and take a look at B.J. Ojulari as he gets ready for this one. And again, the NFC race is definitely a lot more intriguing than that AFC race. The Ravens are 2 games ahead of Pittsburgh for that number 7 seed, and no one else is even tied with Pittsburgh in the AFC. So, barring a meltdown from Baltimore, in all likelihood, they will gain that 7th spot, or at least keep it over Pittsburgh. But I wanted y'all to take a look. It comes up very quickly. B.J. Ojulari has had his dev trait increased up to superstar. There he is, man. Rookie superstar development. Love to see that. B.J. Ojulari has worked really hard. Been overshadowed at times as he gets +1 finesse moves. Been overshadowed at times by Cameron Thomas, who is in his 2nd season. Wasn't as high as drafted as Ojulari was. But nonetheless, man, the team is excited to have both of those guys. +2 Truck and Ty Davis Price. Love to see that. But happy to have both these guys as bookend pass rushers. As speak of the devil, here's Cam Thomas. And, the team's liking the space that they're in right there. Having 2, maybe not premier yet up to this point, but 2 really, really good edge rushers is something that most teams can only dream of. As we're going to take a look again at Jalen Johnson. Not much has changed. Still has those 5 interceptions, that 1 TD, and he's going to be looking to put on a show this week against Chicago, the team that was willing to let him go, for an upgrade. And Jalen Johnson isn't, ignorant to the fact that Buda Baker is a better player than him. But, he thought that he'd kind of, linked himself to the team in a way that they wouldn't see him as expendable. He's been their number 1 corner since he was a rookie. But they just clearly didn't feel the same way, and they've fallen off a cliff since he left. Again, they were 4-3 when they traded him. They're now sitting at 5-9, and we'll see who has the last laugh. Jalen Johnson, of course, going to help out his team with some of the Bears' defensive play calls and whatnot, and vice versa with Buda Baker, as we're going to take a look at this Bears starting lineup. Justin Fields at quarterback, Leonard Fournette, Deontay Foreman, Khalil Herbert, very deep running back core. Kari Blasingame at fullback, DJ Moore and Darnell Mooney with Jamal Agnew and Chase Claypool. Very, very nice, couple of receivers there, especially DJ Moore. Cole Kmet at tight end. Braxton Jones now in year 2, man, in that left tackle spot. Nate Davis, left guard. And Cody Whitehair, Michael Schofield rounding out the rest of that interior. Rookie Darnell Wright. Been a lot of conversation about if the Bears in real life made the right pick, taking, Darnell Wright over Jalen Carter. But, or rather, did they trade out of that selection? Is that what happened? Can't remember off the top of my head. But Tyreek Stevenson taking over as the number one for this cornerback room. Eddie Jackson and, of course, Budda Baker. Going to be those two safeties. Jaquan Brisker should have a pretty prominent role as well in that slot. Robbie Gould, Blake Gillikin, the special teams duo. As here's Josh Dobbs, man. Cannot say enough about this guy. The team loves him. The coaching staff loves him. And the fans are starting to love him. No one expected him to be able to put up the kind of performances he has been throughout this season, and especially throughout the last few games, as he's going to go ahead in the shotgun to open things out and going to hand off Ty Davis Price early. Davis Price going to be able to get a gain of 8, and Froholt, unfortunately, going to be injured on that play, and he would not return for the remainder of this one. As 2nd and 2, Ty Davis Price again the give. He's going to get enough for that first down. Unfortunate injury to Davis Price last week. Ended up with 64 yards on 2 carries. Was looking primed for a big day, which Tariq Cohen did have, getting 130 yards. But Davis Price now back and ready to rock and roll, as Dobbs going to hit Rashad Bateman across the middle of the field to position them pretty close to midfield. Dobbs going to hand it off. Davis Price again. Davis Price looked like he had some space to run, but no, he's going to be dropped for a loss of 2. At 2nd and 12, Tariq Cohen going to check into the game. Dobbs looking around, Rashad Bateman again. And Rashad Bateman, a couple of catches early, giving Dobbs a nice target to go ahead and dump it down to. Well, dump it down implies check down, which that was not. But you get the idea, as Davis Price going to carry up the middle for a gain of 4. Nothing happening on 2nd down. Dobbs going to air it out on 3rd down. Rashad Bateman now 3 catches, 61 yards on this opening drive. All 3 of Dobbs' targets have gone to Bateman so far, and he's caught every single one of them. As Chicago going to look to pay this off with points. Ty Davis Price not able to find much space. Now up to 6 carries and just 13 yards. Josh Dobbs short. Rondale Moore dives for the end zone. He's going to be hit by TJ Edwards, but not before he manages to break the plane of the goal line. Moore putting his body on the line to put those 6 points on the board for Arizona. And they lead. Really, really good opening possession. Rashad Bateman, 3 catches on that drive. Ty Davis Price, moving the sticks a couple of times when he needed to, and Rondale Moore paying it off. As here's Justin Fields walking onto the field. And Fields, man, very, very disappointing season from him. Just 9 touchdowns through 13 games with 10 interceptions. And at this point, they're just looking for any signs of positivity, going into an offseason where they're going to have to decide whether or not to pick up his 5th-year option. So on 1st and 10, Fields going to drop back. Fields going to look, and he's going to find Cole Kmet, who had 56 catches on 5 receptions, 56 yards on 5 catches a week ago. And here they are, 2nd and 3. Fournette lined up next to Fields. Fournette going to get the give, and he's going to get a nice gain of 10 up to the 41-yard line. Looks like the same formation. And Fields, this time, going to hand it off a little bit differently. Fournette able to wiggle his way around. Fournette now breaking loose. And Fournette, one man to beat. It's Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, fortunately, going to be able to bring him down, but not before he scampers for 56 yards. They ran the same formation 2 plays in a row. Changed up the way that they gave it off to Fournette, and Fournette makes them pay. A similar play that Ty Davis Price had a week ago against San Francisco, and now they're going to have 1st and goal at the 3-yard line, and Wait, was that Fournette? Yeah, Fournette going to get it up the middle. Got to let him pay it off when he did all the work, and it's a tie ball game. 3:22 left in the first quarter. Fields going to look for Trey McBride. Not a great decision to throw it there. The pass is going to be knocked away. 2nd and 10, Dobbs fake. Ty Davis Price. Dobbs going to throw. Rashad Bateman. Rashad Bateman gets it tiptoes along the sideline. How about that? 4 catches early on, and he's close to 100 yards now if he's not already there. Ty Davis-Price going to get the stretch left side. Davis-Price tries to cut inside, not going to nothing's going to happen on that one, as Davis-Price going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage. And here he is looking Rashad Bateman again. And Rashad Bateman just continuing to eat this Bears secondary alive. His 5th catch on the game just in the first quarter, and he's well over 100 yards now, as Tariq Cohen going to get the ball, going to take it to the left, and he's going to be dropped after a gain of 8. Dobbs, no one in the backfield with him. 5 receivers out. Dobbs gonna throw Bryan Edwards back of the end zone, and he's going to come down with it. Bryan Edwards now back-to-back games with a touchdown. Great job from Bryan Edwards to beat the press, and great job from Dobbs to trust his big-bodied receiver to go up and get it. And it's 14-7 now as we head to near the end of the first quarter. Fields going to drop back this time, and he's going to be picked. That's Cameron Thomas in coverage. Cam Thomas, who you're normally used to rushing the passer, getting those sacks, disrupting plays right in front of the quarterback. This time, going to drop into coverage, going to be able to get his hands on that one, and a bad decision from Fields makes it 21-7. 21-7, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet. Fields going to drop back again. Fields this time going to look, and he's going to find his man over the middle of the field. That's Darnell Mooney. As here we go, Fields going to fake it. Fields nowhere to go. Fields going to try to take off and run. Kaiser White going to hit him down close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 as we end the first quarter, and it's all Arizona. Arizona, a commanding 14-point lead, and we know what this team can do with a big lead, man. They can sit on it. They can definitely do what they need to do, as Fournette going to get the carry on 3rd and short, and he's going to fall forward for the first down. Nothing doing on first down, so here's 2nd and 10. Dobbs with Fournette in the backfield. Fields with Fournette in the backfield alongside him, gonna hit DJ Moore. Great job from DJ Moore finding the soft spot in that zone coverage. Here we are, 1st and 10, fresh set of downs with keeping those chains moving. Fields gonna take it again. Fields gonna look short, and this time he's gonna hit Mooney once again, just shy of that first down marker. And here we are, trips to his right. Fields dropping back. Fields looking to scramble outside. Nowhere to go, as Kaiser White going to come up the middle. And Fields, not really many options there. 3rd and 9. He's going to link up with DJ Moore again. And DJ Moore now 2 really good catches for his team. As 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Fields going to hand it off. Fournette jukes up the middle. Fournette going to be hit and flipped, leading to a 2nd and 7. Now 2 backs in the backfield. Fournette going to get the give, and they're really leaning on the power and workhorseness of Fournette. I know workhorseness isn't a word. Let me live. 3rd and 1. Fields going to hand off. This time it's going to be Khalil Herbert, and Herbert going to be chased down by Marco Wilson. 1st and goal now from the 5-yard line. Fields handing off. It's Fournette again. Jalen Thompson not going to let that one happen. Did I say? Yeah, Jalen Thompson not going to let that one happen. 2nd and goal. It's Deontay Foreman in the backfield. And Foreman is going to get this one. He's not going to have any impediment on his way into the end zone. And Chicago now getting the points back that they gave away. Still find themselves down 7. And here's Rashad Bateman, man. 5 for 117 in that first quarter. Really giving it to his cornerback matchup, man. They're going to try a plethora of ways to get him involved. And I'm sure Chicago has a couple of ways they're going to try to make sure he gets taken out of the game after a huge first quarter. 1st and 10. Josh Dobbs dropping back, looking for Rashad Bateman, who had a step again, unable to link up with him this time. Anthony Brown, I guess, thinks he did something there, but it'll be 2nd and 10, and business as usual. Ty Davis-Price going to get it, going to run outside, going to get it down to the 39-yard line, and going to have a fresh set of downs for this offense. Only a gain of 2 on first down. Dobbs going to fake it to Ty Davis-Price on second down. Dobbs pressured, throws, and intercepted by TJ Edwards. TJ Edwards, obviously a big-time Bears pickup in free agency this past offseason, and he makes a huge play after his team gives up points on the offensive end and then goes down and scores. He's going to give his team, his offense, the ball back with a chance to level things up, make everything right, and they're going to start at the 47-yard line in Arizona territory as Fields going to have a man. It's Darnell Mooney, and Mooney has been absolutely working Israel Mukuamu so far this game. 3 catches up to this point. And Fields going to do a quick screen pass to DJ Moore, Jalen Johnson all over it, drops him after a gain of 6. After a false start, it'll be 2nd and 9, and Fields going to fake the handoff, going to roll to his left. Fields looking deep. Oh, Greedy Williams was right there, unable to make a play on it ultimately. As 3rd and 9, defense trying to get off the field. Justin Fields, speaking of, going to scramble this time around, going to be hit hard, but going to hold on to the ball, going to get it down to the 17-yard line. Now in the red zone with a 1st and 10. And Fields going to spread his receivers out again. Going to hit Cole Kmet this time. Going to be dropped after a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Fields drops back, looking left or right. Going to hit his man, and it's going to be caught. How about that one, man? 1st and goal from the 3 now. As Fields going to send Fournette out on a little motion. He's going to hit him. Ojulari smacks him down 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal now at the 5-yard line. 55 seconds remaining in the first half. And just remember, the Bears do get the ball to open the second half as well. Fields going to roll out right and try to throw it. Not going to find anyone. And on 3rd and goal, Bears converted a lot of 3rd down so far, and they're going to convert again. Cole Kmet able to kind of box out his defender, and Cole Kmet now going to put his team in a position to go ahead and try and tie this game up on the PAT. Great job from Fields, finding his man, taking the easy completion to his big-bodied tight end, covered by Marquise Blair, and Blair just not big enough to handle that power from Cole Kmet. Here we are, 1st and 10, 40 seconds remaining. Going to hit Trey McBride early, and McBride going to get it down. Timeout from the Cardinals, almost at midfield now after just 1 play. Fields, again, looking. And who else? Rashad Bateman. And Bateman going to get the ball, going to break a tackle and get some more. Rashad Bateman down to the 13-yard line. The Bears have no answer for Bateman as he's at 159 yards on this game with just 6 catches. And the Bears are going to have to figure out something if they have any hope of stopping this Arizona offense. It's been pitch and catch from Dobbs to Bateman all afternoon so far, as Dobbs going to look for Rondale Moore. Unfortunately, going to be hit down. Kyler Gordon there in coverage. 2nd and 10. They see a soft spot. They're going to hand it off to Tariq Cohen. Tariq Cohen going to be stopped after a gain of 4. And they're going to go ahead and get that timeout in. Here we are, 3rd and 6. At the 9-yard line. The draw, Tariq Cohen. Cohen able to get it down to the 2. They're going to call a timeout. 1st and goal. Arizona threatening. Tariq Cohen gets it 3rd time in a row. He's going to be dropped this time, though. Arizona has to hurry up to the line. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and they're not going to be able to get the play off. Time expires, and it'll be a tie game as we head into the second half. And it's pretty much been all Arizona up to this point. But the 21 points by the Bears, you wouldn't definitely think that. As we take a little break, let these teams get some adjustments going on. Let's take a look around the league, see what's going on. The Saints in LA to play the Rams, and they're going to fall 24-16, despite a not really great day for Matthew Stafford. 1 touchdown, 2 picks, but they do get it done, advance to 6-9. Cincinnati in Pittsburgh, And Pittsburgh going to drop a game here in the thick of a wild card race. You can't let that happen. Burrow, 3 touchdowns. Kenny Pickett, 202, 2 scores, but those 2 INTs were their undoing as they lose by 16 points. And Seattle in Tennessee. Seattle going to drop a nail biter to the Titans. Derrick Henry going back to his vintage days with 2 scores. Geno Smith had 2 touchdowns in his own right, but not quite enough. They're going to drop to 7-8. And again, man, that first half, Chicago, you really didn't feel them a whole lot except third downs. They converted on a lot of their third downs. And, outside of that one interception, though, they haven't made a whole lot of mistakes. Been leaning very heavily on Leonard Fournette as he gets the opening carry to start off the second half here as well. And 2nd and 4, Fields making some adjustments, looking short, going to hit his tight end Cole Kmet once again. Fields now 12 of 16 for 117 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. 1st and 10 now. Fields, and who else but Leonard Fournette? You wouldn't think that Leonard Fournette was a cast-off the way they've been using him today, as Darnell Mooney would be injured and his day would come to an end as well, which means that Chase Claypool would check in for them for the remainder of this one, as Fields going to keep it himself on the option, and after breaking a tackle, Justin Fields just too fast, and just like that, that is now 21 unanswered Bears points. For as good as this Arizona offense has looked today, especially with that Dobbs to Bateman connection, they now trail as Dominique Robinson going to take down Dobbs for a loss of 10. And they're now the ones who are going to be looking for something to happen for them to get back into this one, as Dobbs going to overthrow again. This time it's Rondale Moore he was targeting. And 3rd and 20. Dobbs looking, Trey McBride, and McBride is absolutely crushed by Tremaine Edmonds. Sorry about that, wrong Edmonds, brother. 1st and 10 now, Fields gonna get another keeper, this time gonna be hit down. Jalen Johnson flips his former teammate, and 2nd and 3 at midfield. Justin Fields under center, going to hand it off to Leonard Fournette going left side. Fournette going to be dropped down by Greedy Williams, now up to 100 yards on 10 carries, along with a touchdown in this one. And here we are. Fournette, again, backside with Justin Fields. Fields going to keep it once more, and this time, Fields not going to get up. Justin Fields, you see him on the sideline, very angry, fidgeting around with his helmet. So it'll be the rookie Taylor Bagent who will check in, and he's immediately going to be hit by BJ Ojulari, and they are going to punt it away. Trey McBride in motion. Arizona looking to make something happen in this second half as Dobbs going to hand off. Davis Price left, struggled in that first half. Davis Price going to have some open field in front of him, and Davis Price going to get a nice gain of 20 yards. By far his best carry of the afternoon. 2nd and 11 after a first down carry that went backwards. Going to hit Rashad Bateman again. Bateman only gets 5 yards. Going to be a 3rd and 6. Definitely got to continue to look his way, especially with the way that he was feasting on Anthony Brown, Kyler Gordon alike. Didn't matter who you threw on him. And Dobbs going to look Rondale Moore, multiple steps wide open, thrown out of bounds. And they're going to give the ball back to the Bears. Bagent, here he is, going to look. And that's Chase Claypool getting a big catch on his first target. And it would be confirmed that Justin Fields would miss the remainder of this game, and Taylor Bagent would be the quarterback the rest of the way as he continues the read option, keeps it himself for a gain of 17. And it looks like even with no Justin Fields, that's something that this defense is going to have to keep an eye on. Bagent, of course, might not be the fastest, but he is by no means a slow player, as his first down pass is going to be knocked away. Here they are, 2nd and 10, 2:34 left now in the third quarter. Bagent bringing a man in motion, going to hand it off. Leonard Fournette. Fournette finds some space on the outside, fortunately going to be tracked down, and it'll be 3rd and 7 as Bagent, already in position to potentially give his team a field goal, but he's going to be scrambling out. Bagent nowhere to go, and it's Dante Stills getting back there to drop Bagent, and that might just be enough to knock them out of field goal range. A loss of 13 on that one, as it was Lecky Fotu with the initial pressure. Dante Stills comes in to go ahead and help him finish that off, and they will punt it away as Davis Price going to get the carry. Buda Baker says no, sir. Going to drop him at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Time ticking down in the third quarter, 44 seconds remaining. Dobbs making some audibles at the line. Gonna look to his left, throwing for Bateman and TJ Edwards. Good coverage by him. 3rd and 10. Arizona, man, hasn't looked great so far in this third quarter, and Dobbs gonna overthrow Bateman once again. And Anthony Brown, man, got to get off the sideline. We don't want you over here. 1st and 10. Bears with the ball back, trying to rally behind their rookie quarterback, and he's going to be sacked by Cam Thomas to end our third quarter. And it's the Bears on top, 28-21. The Cardinals have not scored since the first quarter. They scored on a Cam Thomas pick six and have not put any points on the board since. As 2nd and 15, Fournette going to get the carry, going to be hit down after a gain of 7 by Zaven Collins, and 211 yards allowed on the ground by an Arizona defense that's been number 1 in the league up to this point. 3rd and 8, Arizona looking to get off the field, but Chase Claypool going to have another big catch and run, going to be tracked down by Jalen Thompson and Bajent. Only 4 pass attempts. Both of his completions, though, have gone to Chase Claypool, and he's keeping this offense humming. Now at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Bajent gonna find DJ Moore, now down to the 3-yard line, and they're threatening Bajent and this offense, not allowing the injury to Justin Fields to stop them, as Fournette fortunately going to be hit down by B.J. Ojulari at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal now. Arizona got to make a stand right here. Zaven Collins going to burst through the line, going to drop Leonard Fournette for a loss of 2. Now here they are, 3rd and goal. 3rd down's been their money down so far in this game. They're going to hope for more of the same, as Bajent going to look and not going to be able to connect with Chase Claypool. A lot of calls for a potential pass interference or illegal contact there. No whistle, no flag. They will take their 3 points, and they're now up 2 possessions, 21-31. As Dobbs looking, Rondale Moore, Buda Baker there to knock that one away once again. And on 3rd and 10, Dobbs dropping back, looking downfield. Bryan Edwards able to get it. Toe taps on the sideline. What a throw from Josh Dobbs. Put it right where only his receiver could catch it. Stepped up, felt the pressure coming on his backside, and Bryan Edwards going to be able to just beat TJ Edwards to that ball, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 in Bears territory. Their first in Bears territory of the half, and Dobbs is going to overthrow Rondale Moore on that one, leading to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Dobbs looking. Rondale Moore again not going to be able to hit him. And TJ Edwards, man, he's played a heck of a game. Has an interception and has played really good defense on a lot of these receivers, as well as the pass to Rashad Bateman going to be knocked away. Buda Baker and Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. The field goal, though, does mean it becomes a 1-possession game again. And this defense, with time running down, 4:45 remaining, going to have to find a way to make something happen. With no Justin Fields, no reason you should be allowing this Bears offense to make these kinds of plays, as Bajent going to throw wide, and they will get the ball back on offense. Dobbs faking, Dobbs rolling, Dobbs seeing some space and going to take it himself, going to squeeze past that 1st down line as Jaquan Brisker forces him out of bounds. My apologies, y'all. I said Kyler Gordon, I believe, earlier in the game, when it was, in fact, Jaquan Brisker who made the play, as Davis Price continues to knock his head onto a brick wall, not able to get much going there, and it'll be a 3rd and 6. Gotta convert here if you want something to happen. Rondale Moore gets it, and he's going to be upended by Eddie Jackson, leading to a 4th and 1, and, head coach Mike White, he can't punt this one away. They're not quite close enough for a field goal, but too close to punt. And Tariq Cohen going to get the give up the middle. 22 yards now on 5 carries for the veteran back. 1st and 10, 2:35 remaining in this one. Dobbs going to look left, overthrows Bateman. And Bateman has only had 1 catch here in the second half after absolutely dominating that first half. Dobbs hasn't been able to really put it on him like he was able to in that first half. As Bryan Edwards going to get the ball, going to get a 3rd and 1. Team's going to hurry up close to the 2-minute warning. Handoff Tariq Cohen. Cohen not going to get much, but gets enough as we go into the 2-minute warning. And it's a 31-24 ball game, man. Really, really tight contested game here. Chicago's defense has done a great job in the second half, and their offense hasn't. They have missed a beat, but you wouldn't be able to tell with the way that the defense has been playing. As Trey McBride going to get the pass out right. Minute 34 now left. 1st and 10. Dobbs looking. McBride wide open, going to be crushed by Eddie Jackson, leading to a 2nd and 10 as he's unable to hold on to the ball. And here he is, Dobbs dropping back. Not a whole lot going on. Dobbs going to try to make something happen himself, only able to get 3 yards up to the 15-yard line as time continues to tick, now under a minute. Tariq Cohen going to get sent out in motion. Lined up now as a receiver, and on 3rd and 7, Dobbs looking for a quick pass to Rashad Bateman, but unable to get it to him. Means they have to go for it here on 4th down. It's do or die time here now, and Arizona hasn't had a situation like this in a few weeks. Definitely going to be nice to sharpen up those skills a little bit here as Chicago has put up a fierce fight. Dobbs making a lot of adjustments, making sure his team's in their best position they can be. Dobbs going to be pressured, looking for Rashad Bateman, and he's unable to hit him, but there is a flag, and it's going to be pass interference on Anthony Brown. Very, very questionable call there by the officials, but Arizona is not going to complain. They're going to try to hand it off to Tariq Cohen. Cohen nowhere to go. And they're going to go ahead and hurry this up now under 30 seconds. Still have all 3 timeouts. Arizona, Tariq Cohen going to get the give up the middle. And again, he's stuffed. Got to think, with Ty Davis Price, even though he hasn't been super successful in this one, he's a bigger body than Tariq Cohen, but it doesn't matter as Josh Dobbs takes the QB sneak into the end zone, putting his team into the end zone for the first time this half, making it just a 1-point game. And just like Pittsburgh a few weeks ago, Arizona wants to go ahead and end this one way or the other. Just 17 seconds remaining. Dobbs going to put Tariq Cohen out wide again, and Dobbs hikes the ball. Dobbs looks, Rondell Moore, and he doesn't hit him. Dobbs overthrows the speedy receiver who had a step, and it all comes down to this onside kick recovered by the Bears. And that is your ball game. The Chicago Bears, despite losing Darnell Mooney in the first half, despite losing Justin Fields early in the 3rd quarter, they walk out of this one behind a tremendous second half defensive performance out of that side of the ball, man. 31-30. I was saying Taylor Bagent this whole time, y'all. His name is Tyson. I apologize. He not someone I really am super familiar with IRL. 3rd down conversions, man, really close, about 50% each way. And these numbers are looking very similar to what happened with us against Pittsburgh. Unfortunately, we're on the losing end this time around. Fields had a pretty good day before he got hurt. And don't forget about that long touchdown run as well. 54 yards. Josh Dobbs, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Definitely missed receivers all day. But with the way he'd played, he was due for a letdown game. Rashad Bateman, just 1 catch in the second half. Just a 5-yard screen catch. As Chase Claypool, 2 big catches, 2 for 62. Rondell Moore held to just 2 catches in this one, though he did score. Kaiser White and Tremaine Edmonds each with 2 tackles for loss. Dante Stills, Cam Thomas, Kaiser White each with a sack. Cam Thomas also getting a pick 6 And DJ Humphries, who was lost in this one, unfortunately, will miss the rest of the regular season, at least, as he's going to miss now the next 3 weeks, now that we've advanced into this one against Philly. But next week, man, we are going to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. And as we see, we can't look at that record and think that it means anything more than what it does. This game is not played on paper, it's played on the field. But if you look at the NFC West standings, you will see something very interesting. The Arizona Cardinals have punched their ticket to this year's postseason after the 49ers drop their game as well in week 16. The Niners and Seahawks both needed to win out in order, with Arizona losing out, in order to potentially usurp them for that division crown. And with both of them losing, even despite the Arizona loss, Arizona now playing with house money. No, neither of those teams can catch them as far as tiebreakers go. San Francisco lost both games, so the best they can do is tie, and they'd lose there. And now with just 2 games remaining, best the Seahawks can go is 9-8. I'm really excited, man, to finish out the rest of this regular season. Glad to have our ticket punched. No one believed in us. But as always, thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe should you feel so inclined. Hope y'all have a great rest of y'all day. See y'all next time. Peace.